The fictional pirates of popular culture are mostly those modeled after real pirates. Now let's turn our attention briefly to a few matters of terminology before we move on. First off, what do we mean when we say someone is a pirate? Well, someone who robs and plunders the sea, obviously. But it's actually not as simple as it sounds. For the Spanish, of course, all foreign ships that were to steal its acquired gold and other goods from the natives were considered sea robbers and hence pirates. But it was mostly the case that these sea robbers, who originally claimed no country or allegiance, were given a license by other competing countries to go on attacking the Spanish, known as pirates.
Hey guys, welcome to the lab, and welcome to the final episode of Sundaze with the Clink room. Before I start, I want to make sure I thank Casey and the team. It's been a wonderful almost 3 years of working with them to produce this content for you guys. Over 100 episodes. It's been a dream come true to be able to work hand in hand with one of my hat heroes and one of the legends in the game. So want to take the time to thank Casey and his staff. They've been all great to work with, but this will be for now the last episode of Sundaze with the Clink room. Gonna take the show off the weekly rotation for now, and that's where we're gonna take it, so very similar to Views from the Vault. Once we kind of run the gamut and interview everyone we want to interview, and then we started getting a lot of repeat guests, and then sometimes you end up making some enemies. So some artists I've gotten to become really, really close with. Some artists I've worked with before I started this show, and really tighten that bond. Some artists I got introduced to during the process, and then some artists that we didn't get along in terms of maybe they didn't like how I critiqued their work, or they didn't like what I said, or whatever the case may be. That's just life, Not everyone's gonna appreciate you for showing them on the platform or want them to get better, but it is what it is. So that being said, I want to thank everyone who's taking the time to watch this content, comment along. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of been a cool routine to film this and put together, have it ready for Sunday, and then be in the comments and watch with you guys on Sunday. So I am going to miss that part of it. But over the last couple weeks, it's been a little bit harder and harder in terms of sometimes holding my tongue, sometimes trying to be helpful yet positive. I think with the Clink room and the changes there, it just became a little bit of a less of a priority sometimes. So sometimes it'd be really hard to film the content last minute. So for now, gonna pause this content. It was a cool ride. It was fun, but yeah, this will be the last one for a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into the happenings at Clink room. So Deadstock Drop. So these hats will ship right away. Typically leftovers from the pre-order. So Witch Hunter by Good Idea Ryan, and the Obi-Wan, Lucha Lantern, Lane and Dopest Robot, Claw Machine The Revenge by Lane and Aurelian, and Boo by Gemini and Sierra Gons. A lot of Halloween hats dropping. I mean, it makes sense. End of the month, we're going into Halloween. These hats delivered, I want to say, kind of like spring, end of summer-ish. So right now is a cool time for the Deadstock. If I were to pick my favorites, or if I were to rank these, I'd probably rank them from worst to first. Boo, Witch Hunter, Lucha Lantern, and then Claw Machine Revenge. I think the Claw Machine is so cool because it's a part 2 from the original. They kind of swapped it. So originally it was like this kind of clown character, I believe, holding a teddy bear. And this time around, it's a teddy bear gripping the clown. Aurelian and Lane, man, what a good combo. Yeah, so the original one, he's swinging the other way. So it's kind of like this clown character gripping at like a deflated teddy bear. This time around, it's flipped, and it's the teddy bear gripping kind of like this clown character. So a really, really cool 2.0. That one's definitely my favorite. Lucha Lantern is something that shouldn't make sense, but just does. So Lucha Libre Jack-o'-lantern is just really a fun kind of concept. I love a funky green under. Witch Hunter by Good Idea Ryan into Obi-Wan. A swinging witch. You lose a little bit of it. It does get a little bit muddy around the face, unfortunately. Maybe it's just a picture, but let me pull it open on the website. Witch Hunter. Oh, Witch Hitter. Not even Hunter. Witch Hitter. Good play on words there for Switch Hitter. Yeah. It's just the face is really, really muddy. You kind of lose the frog a little bit. I think partially because it's on such a dark hat. If they're opt to put that on like a green hat maybe, or a gray hat, some of the black outlines won't hide the details too much. But that's sometimes part of the issue when you cross over from being like a t-shirt artist. You're used to working off this canvas. The witch's face and details kind of get a little bit muddy. Colorway is real cool. Black with dark green. Boo is a cool kind of concept. It's just something that I wouldn't really. Maybe it's just too much orange. But it is cool. The embroidery came out really fantastic. Actually, second that, I'd probably put Witch Hunter down to the bottom and Boo up a slot. But still, a nice 4-pack here. Moving forward, there's another 3 here. So Lane and Josh teamed up for 31st. Treat Hunters by Heather and Jacko Ripper by Sierra Gons. To me, the standout here is 31st. I like the glow in the dark aspects. And 31st, October 31st makes the most sense. Treat Hunters is what it is. Glow in the dark. Ghost Witch Trick or Treater, kind of cool, I guess. And then the Jacko Ripper, so kind of play on the Grim Reaper, but he's a jack-o'-lantern. Got that little bit of almost corn silk outline. Cool little piece. Good little change on the Grim Reaper. At least it's a different take on it. My pickups from all of these Deadstock drops, I picked up Lane and Aurelian's Claw Machine Revenge, and then the Glow in the Dark 31. So this is a really cool hat you can wear for Halloween. So I think they did a great job. All right, and moving forward, last call. So these next 6 designs we're gonna cover. Their pre-order ends at midnight. So it's your last chance to get them in. So El Genero, Clinker Edge branding. We haven't seen them in a while. They had that Frost Bats Texas Rangers looking hat before that they had to add barbed wire to. Red Rocket by Ryan Simmons animation, and then Rattling Nightmare. Clinker, Matt Bells and Whistles. Rattling Nightmare is a standout here to me. I like how he added that little character, and then they kind of centralized it, kind of made all the action kind of happen in the center. I think his original one was more off to the side. Here they did a great job and just added that silhouette with that kind of night character, and then kind of put it right in the middle with the hands kind of surrounding him. Cool little piece. Red Rocket. When it first dropped, a lot of people were saying this is like a euphemism for a dog boner, which is crazy. Over here in Toronto, the TDC is their motto. So for our public transit is called their motto is like Ride the Rocket, which is hilarious. So Red Rocket. Always makes me think of that. And then Matt Bonner, who used to play on the Raptors, Reggie got traded to the Spurs. He's like a redheaded person, and he used to take the TDC, so they used to call him the Red Rocket. El General, kind of a cool piece. He's got like the I forgot what they're called, but whatever the bullets on the little satchel things. That's pretty cool. Shaped like an Italian flag, but I know it's a reference to Mexico, so not a bad piece. Not a bad trio right here. Sunday Helmet by Leaf. That's the first of his series. I saw him post a Nacho Man later. I don't know if that one made it. Plastic Indian 2 is real cool. By Marlin. Always makes some cool stuff. And then Hellraiser by Wynn and Levi. Basically the version 2.0 of the original Hellraiser. Which was this same kind of design, but in blue. Non-skull. This time it has a skull. Didn't really stretch too far from the original art, but I guess it's cool. So Plastic Warrior is the original, and that was a bow and arrow Indian, and this one's got the spear. So if you collected the original one, this one is a must. So Marlin has his own pack, maybe? Okay, cool. Yeah, just a strong piece here. To me, far and away, Plastic Indian 2 is the one I'd probably go for. Sunday Helmet, nothing wrong with it. Just a good ballpark hat. Not a lot of rail hats happen either on the Clink Room. And then Hellraiser, not bad, but a lot of small details that I worry about, like the teeth and some of the extra lines and extra highlights. But we'll see how it embroiders. First shock drop of the week was Lovely Death by a Soulmate. Lovely Death Soulmate by Clinker Jacobo. I guess this is probably the pack that they did. Maybe they split them up. Maybe it was supposed to be like a fresh colorway pack, but they're releasing it as a shock drop. I do like how they're moving to the 2 shock drop per week thing to kind of keeps it different. And then the other shock drop that they had just released tonight, I didn't have enough time to put together a slide, but 40 Swords. So this is a good kind of good Valentine's Day hat. If not, I just love the art on this, man. You can, metallic iris, metallic gold too. It's a good little cherub, kind of beat up, tough love. Pink under. This one's really good. But yeah, did a great job. Did a great job on it. And that's your shock drops of the week. And moving forward, we're getting into Monday Morning Critz. These next 20 designs will be up for voting. So whatever ones you want to hit the pre-order process, make sure you guys vote early and often to get them in. So Royals starting off strong with Win Studio. He's got the crown kind of tilted, skull, flowers. Yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, so metallic undervisor, possibly maybe a tan undervisor. Yeah, not a bad piece. Kind of cool imagery. Probably will vote well. Just not my cup of tea. Number 2, Liquid Inspiration, Ink Park. He's done multiple versions of this. I think the first couple ones were too close to like Monster Energy colorway, so he ended up taking this back. I'm not sure if he resubbed this or if Casey really went back and found some old submissions. Yeah, he's been trying to get this one through. Yeah, kind of energy drink. It's a cool little piece. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, but I just don't know if it's going to get the votes it needs to pass through, but I hope it does. Number 3, Steel Predator, Raphael. Raphael, the king of big cats, trying to do it in a different way, at least. This time in like a steel version, kind of cougarish. Yeah, nothing really too crazy about it. I always love the funky green under. There's no real particular story about it. Nothing really to push the art for the storytelling, but it is a cool looking design. So credit to him for that. Good job, Hal. Number 4, back with Win Studio with Plume. I don't know why there's a skull there, really, to be honest. There's nothing really menacing or scary about a peacock. I don't know anyone who's ever been scared of a peacock or anything like that. Kind of think of them as like flamboyant, if anything, not kind of deadly, but yeah, is a cool colorway. Purple, black, teal, kind of Jordan Great Fives, or even like a Utah Jazz almost kind of colorway. Yeah, it's just not sure what's so scary about a peacock. Number 5, Fighting Kong, Rick Clifton. This one, at least the flag is faced the correct way. Saw someone else try this, and then he went and did it himself. So, is he missing a toe? Maybe. This thing too is like with a lot of artists redoing other people's stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where I think at first I was kind of more against it because I feel like kind of like disrespect's happening a little bit, and but yeah, I guess we're going to see it more and more. There's been thousands of hats, so I guess it's not good to gatekeep ideas, stuff like that. He did use pretty much the Clink logo, so I don't know how kind of creative that is, I guess. So like already kind of borrowing someone's idea, which was borrowed from other people's ideas, and then you just slap on the Clink face. I don't know. I feel like he's got to be rotated a little bit or something, but this is definitely executed better than the other one he caught. That the other one who had the similar concept. I do appreciate the flag is flying the right way. The other one, the flag was completely in the wrong direction. Yeah, strong piece. I just wish I hadn't seen the other one. That's all. Then I'd probably rate this one a little bit higher, but you know, it is what it is. Fighting Kong. Remix. I don't know shit about DJing. I do know from like a bunch of songs it's 2 turntables and a mic. So anyone who knows a little bit about that, possibly like new age turntables don't necessarily need like the needle, but then we got another turntable here, but there's buttons inside with the needle here. This one has the record with no needle. Yeah, and then the jukebox is the one that's remixing it. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. Remix. Number 7, Bumble Bear. This one, multiple time submission from Seamus the Skunk. Multiple different versions of it, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if he submitted recently with this one, but maybe he did. I don't remember it being like this mud brown, dark brown with the copper, but the copper does look nice. Art wise, it's real cool. In terms of like the bee, it's really realistic. I don't know if it's to scale. That's a huge bumblebee. If you were to make it to scale, I understand it would probably be almost impossible to tell what it is, but it is a cool piece. It would embroider really good. Number 8, Killer Instinct. Just gonna ignore the fish anatomy that's going on here. The orca and then the shark kind of like this is just I don't know what's going on here. Orcas weirdly enough hunt sharks too, so if anything the shark would be deadly scared of the orca in this situation, but you know, Killer Instinct. Number 9, Blade Beast. Gave back with some teal. Loves the teal. Name's gonna need a little bit of work for me. Blade Beast. He's just, yeah, it's a little too literal. In terms of art wise, it's interesting, I guess, but to me, there's no real story here. He's just kind of angry. Maybe it would be cool to add some weathering to the helmet, maybe some scratches. Give him some asymmetrical, maybe a little snarl, maybe. But yeah, this one doesn't really do anything for me. But it's cool that he's still around and submitting. Number 10, Elbows Up. Matt Bells and Whistles. Again, not sure if this was like a grab, like a reach back kind of grab. It was a slow week, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a saying. A lot of Canadians are saying to kind of fight against Americans, funny enough. Elbows Up. Yeah, it's kind of this motto, pseudo model, anti-American model. And it is ironic, I guess, because if you do order this and you're from Canada, you might pay duties trying to get it. So elbows up, I guess. Good job, Matt. Vintage Kong, 14.8. Cool piece, kind of retro feeling. Don't really love this combination of colors. I do like funky green, but I don't know how well it works against this kind of really, really loud yellow. And then the yellow next to that kind of chrome white. It's kind of I wouldn't say washes it out, but yeah, I don't know. It's a cool piece. Would love to see this recolored. Number 12, Priestess, not priestesses, Priestess. I'm sure there's some type of cultural significance, maybe that I'm not seeing, or I'm not aware of. But yeah, it's some kind of jaguar priestess. The posture or the composition is a bit confusing. She's kind of laid back, but the jaguars facing forward. Third eye, I'm sure means something. Yeah, but not something I relate to, but can appreciate the art. Number 13, Oni Kong. When I saw him post this, man, I was hoping this would make it far and away. Really, really good piece, man. Oni Kong. Josh Falls, man, just the leveling up he's done and the work he's done to become a more rounded and better artist. I mean, there's not many better, in my view. Steady submitter, constantly in there, takes a beating sometimes in the vote, sometimes confusing on stuff that makes it or doesn't make it, and sometimes you don't see him there. I've never really seen him get too discouraged, and this is really, really good. He posted a progress shot of like him sketching this, and yeah, just killer piece. See like the metallic, I think that's metallic gold in it, just kind of getting with the times. This is just an amazing piece. So, we saw one artist do a Kong and just took this exact Kong and put it on the face, and Josh here just redrew the whole Kong. So it feels familiar, but then he still put his stamp on it, man. Early favorite for me, Oni Kong. 14, Don't Fear the Reaper. Famous song, right? More cowbell. Good to see Big Red and Flanagan team up together. This pepper's kind of cool looking. I would just, step away from the practical part of it and make it look more like a skull. I think he kind of tried to, but then tried to stay true to the pepper. I think this is in reference to like these birds. Like most of these birds are not scared of or they don't really have taste buds, so they don't fear the peppers essentially. So they'll eat them and shit them out and spread the seeds. So I think that's like a double play. So cool little bird. It's really, really brown here. I don't know what kind of bird this is, but if it's a cardinal, I would just make it more all red and not have it. But maybe the bird is supposed to be like that, and this is like a specific bird that eats peppers that doesn't fear the Reaper pepper. But cool piece. And if you really want to go for the Reaper thing, just turn this into like make it look like a scythe, and then have the pepper kind of be the blade of it or something. I don't know. But cool piece. Again, you don't really see a lot of rail hats. So looks like they went with the off-white or stone front panel. Smooth piece, but yeah, a couple of adjustments here and there. Definitely would make this look more like a skull though. Number 15, Hoops and Hops. So Ink Park teamed up with a friend of the show, Style Smith, basketball coach, principal extraordinaire. But yeah, it's a cool piece. A hop made to look like a basketball shot. Funny enough, I think most NBA logos, do they go this way or do they go the other way? No, it's NFL logos that look a specific way. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like the motion of it almost suggests it's more of a football than a basketball. I know it's a shape of a basketball. I know it looks like a basketball, but this is more like a kind of like the trajectory of a basketball. Of a football. A basketball more so has like a lot of arc on the shot. So maybe that will help it. Maybe just rotate it a little bit so it's looking like it's gonna like fall in as opposed to go far distance. I'm not sure how much basketball relates to drinking, to be honest. But yeah, it's a cool piece from two really good guys. Number 16, Junker and Levi. Speaking of good guys, two really cool artists and people I got to meet through this show. So shout out to them. Bird's Eye View. We got this like crow. We've seen a lot of crows and ravens done in the Clink room, but this is one that's done in a completely different way. I remember there was one that had the knife, so a little bit similar, but this one's still a lot different. So the pose is really unique. I like the use of the metallic gold. The eye is really really cool in the middle. Reminds me of the Mishka eye a little bit, Von Dutch eye. So it is cool there. Yeah, bird's eye view. Good job, boys. Number 17, Diss Track. So this is a multiple time entry. I like how he added the name. So the name of the diss track is Hater Mix. Yo Mama. Really, really smooth. On the tape here, he went with like that classic see-through, almost Maxwell tape. Cool 80s kind of colorway with this like purple and teal, like that Charlotte Hornets. The black reminds me of the Black Grape Flies, a little hit of magenta. Cool piece. Fortunately, I don't know if a lot of people will vote yes for this. It is really, really retro. There's a bigger and bigger, I guess, group in the population has never dealt with cassettes, which makes me feel really, really old and feeling that way. But yeah, Yo Mama, the hater mix. Number 8, Bubble Trouble, Raphael. I don't remember if he did one with the Kong that looked like this. I believe he did. So this is just the skull version. The skull version. I mean, he's done Diamond Kong, Cyber Kong, Tiki Kong, Pinball. So he's done a lot of Sergeant Zombie. So he's done a lot of Kongs. I thought he did the bubble version already, but maybe this is just a resub. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. I think maybe the bones might make it look too cartoony. I would maybe just would have stuck with just a skull, put it on a different crown, just give it more contrast. It's a cool piece. Number 19, the London Lions. San Antonio fitteds with matte bells and whistles. So the I guess like the line crest for soccer has the spots on it. So it's England soccer jersey. Yeah, he's holding that thing, and that's 3 lines. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure the exact reference he's going for here, but it's a lot of blue on blue. So maybe there's a specific team that they're going for. Let's see what he wrote. London Lions. Yeah, he just said London Lions. So maybe it's a English soccer team thing. World Cup's coming up, so cool little piece there. Last but not least, J Matt's Chicken Dancers. I have no idea what this is in reference to. But J Matt's another one of the artists who I've been following a long time, and then through this process, got to meet him and spend some time filming the show, and just a great guy. Okay, so after seeing the Tulsa Drillers alternate logo, the Chicken Dancers, he was inspired to make a companion design honoring Beat Barrel Polka. Okay. All right, so there you go. This is crazy. Yeah, cool little piece. It's got some minor league vibes to it. Kelly green and yellow kind of reminds me a little bit of the Packers, Wisconsin, kind of that kind of area. But yeah, cool little piece. And that is it. That is gonna do it for me and the show. For now, this is gonna be my last Sunday. I might come back and do some lives here and there, or do some pickup content, unboxing content, but critiquing the Monday Morning Critz is there might be some changes down the road too, potentially, on how things are going with, there's been a lot of talk around voter manipulation and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe they look to change that, maybe they don't. I'm not sure. But either way, appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you still do follow some of the content on this channel. I still will be producing content for this YouTube channel. So it was great having you guys, and all good things must come to an end, I guess. So for one of the last times ever, Sundaze with the Clink crew. Leon signing out. Peace.
You're at the end of the world, as you know it, my dude. Time is up and you out of mood, so what will you do? It's the BP mercenaries, not here to...
Brought to you by VFTV.